So, I think we're all aware of the difference between feeling lonely and feeling alone. A lot of people are alone and they're happy about that. I've been alone for as long as I can remember, but I don't feel happy at all, which is basically loneliness. And it's weird because, there's this like social pressure that somebody my age, I'm 16 by the way, I look 14, I know, but people around my age are supposed to be happy and all that stuff, that they're supposed to do this, do that. Sorry, it's late, so I'm yawning. Um, that people my age, as I was saying previously, that they really just like go outside, they have a social life. It's the time of their lives, it's the time before adulthood, before everything goes to shit. I feel like everything has already gone to shit. I mean, I blame it on myself sometimes. I know, there's a lot of talk on the internet about like you have to raise your self-esteem, you have to become a better person, all this stuff, like, and I haven't known where to begin this whole time, like it's gotten to a point where like any video that I try to make, just like, and it does good, it either does good. This is not related to this channel, by the way, this is just a throwaway account. But I feel like it's weird because like people usually make music, or they usually make videos online as a way of like a therapeutic sort of context, if you know what I'm trying to talk about. But nope, not for me. I want to be heard. I want to, not in a egotistical I want to be famous sort of way, but more of I want to have the impression out there that I'm not alone. And the last time that I made one of these videos, it got like 2 views, so I guess I'm alone on this. So I'm probably gonna title this like how I feel having no friends, or like coming from a guy with no friends. You get used to it. You have to sort of entertain yourself. You start finding weird, just random obsessions, or you just go down the rabbit hole on the internet. If you're like me and have had internet access for a while, you kind of just discover new things, bad things. It goes from you learning about fast food fun facts or whatever, and then just like hidden footage of the 9/11 terrorist attacks or something like that. Like the rabbit hole is just so, it goes so downhill the more time you spend without people around you. It's scary, but like, and I'm 16 years old, as I said. I'm trying to break the loop. I don't want to have this be just one of the first videos that I make on this topic, and then it gets worse the more that you scroll through my YouTube page. But what I will say is that recently I've joined a group of kids that help out my community, so maybe that's gonna help me. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I don't want to sound pessimistic, but like, and I definitely don't want to sound like this is all on me. I don't want to sound like the world is just against me, but it's like every single time, like if I go on Discord and I join a Discord of like my favorite content creator or something, and I want to be in touch with the fan base, they just fucking either ignore me, they're like dick riders, so they're very obsessed with what they're talking about, so they just like completely avoid you if you're not talking about like the most intricate details of the person or the community. And like, it's just weird. And then this one time I was in an injury reserve. They're a music band. That's probably it. The YouTube algorithm just heard injury reserve, and they were like, nope, too personal. Nobody's gonna give a shit about that, so we're just not gonna bring good music. But the YouTube algorithm isn't gonna like that I mentioned them. But yeah, it's like every single time I go on the internet, it's like constant fucking hate. I don't know where it's coming from. I think people are just evil. I think there genuinely are just some horrible people on the internet. And coming from a guy that's like been on the internet for so long, like I thought I'd get used to it at this point, but like people just like they find a new way to surprise me. You're friends with them for a month, and then they completely do a 180 and backstab you out of nowhere, and you have no idea where this came from. It's insane. During this summer of 2024, I started going on, like, Omegle shut down, so my best alternative was this site called Whereby, and I was on there for a while, and I was trying to find some friends, because, you know, friendless guy over here, and it worked, but it didn't really work. People there, well, it's an anonymous chat site, so it's just perverts, and if it's not perverts, then it's like just some guy on there being like so whiny, and they're like, hey, I don't know, life isn't going good right now. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, are you gonna whine, or are you gonna give me like your fucking Instagram so I can like follow you back and shit? It's annoying. It's genuinely like everybody on the internet's just spewing their problems, and none of them wanna. How ironic. Wait, I just caught myself. Before everybody on the YouTube comments were just like, yo, aren't you doing that though? I should probably wrap this up. It's about 6 minutes long, and like, you guys probably have some better things to do with your life. But as a person that's been alone for the majority of my like middle to high school life, it's become pain. It's painful. It's not easy. You have to entertain yourself, and it gets worse, as previously mentioned. And then any attempt that you try and make to get friends, either in real life or online, it's like people just look at you super weird. They're like, who are you? And it's probably because they've already found their groups, they've already found their community of people. So if you just walk up to them and you're like, hey, this and that, want to be friends? They're like, fuck no, I already have my friends, my ride or dies for the rest of my life that you find in middle school, and I didn't find anybody in middle school. So now I'm fucked. It's downhill from here. Let's see if I can try and break the loop this coming junior year. But I really have to dedicate myself in junior year, because it's one of the most important years for college. Good thing I actually want to like have an education and all that stuff, so I'm happy about that. I'm happy I'm not just gonna make this video and then drop out or anything. But no, I was talking about progressing further in my life, so I'm gonna do that. I'm no longer gonna be just complaining on the internet. Like, next time that you hear from me, I want it to be a good update on my situation, because I do want to get better, and I'm feeling a lot of pressure on me right now. I feel like it's now or never. If I don't do things correctly coming this junior year, the rest of my life is fucked up. I've already fucked it up enough. I don't want to mess it up anymore. So tune in next time to see if it gets better. Which, like, maybe it will, maybe it won't. It all comes down to motivation, and like if you're willing to do the time and just all that random stuff. So let's see if I'm willing to do the time. Let's see if I've changed. I don't know, let's see. But from a guy with no friends, I'm not even gonna try and put my information out there, because nobody's gonna fucking care. We can edit that part out. That sounded pessimistic as shit. That sounded like such a pick me thing to say. We're gonna edit that out. Okay, whatever.